Hey everybody, how's it going and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to set up your very own 7 Days to Die Storms Brewing 2.0 server with Nitrado. That's right. So what you want to do is head over to the website, and if you haven't got an account already, like I always say, go set an account. Or use the link in the description to take you straight there, and who knows, you might even get a small discount. Maybe. Alright, so once you get to the website, if you don't know where you're going, let me guide you through the process. So you'll come down to browse our games. Now there is the experimental branch. You don't want that one. You want to click 7 days. Just type it in there, that one. Now you can set up an experimental branch, but for the purpose of this video, we're doing it just so anybody that needs a new server can set one up. So what we're going to do is just go to custom server, and the minimum you can get on this is 8 slots. I'm going to do it for 3 days of game time, and I'm going to use prepaid. You can use subscription, but if you want to use prepaid, you can too. For prepaid, you would just come over here and charge your account. Okay, so then you want to choose where you want your server to be, and just choose this configuration. Choose how much you've got in your account and click order. Now, if you have a promo code, feel free to enter it there or use the link in the description. Next, click order, and that will start your server. Set up your server by clicking this button. Okay. Now, your server here will take a couple of minutes to set up. Once it's all set up, what we'll do is go through the process, and you can look at all your servers in this area here, or click on game servers on the top left. Once it's set up, click on web interface and wait for it to all load up. Now, it might be a little bit slow sometimes if there's a new game out and everybody wants servers, but bear with it, it will usually be there. Now, make sure your server is stopped or in the process of shutting down. You do not want it to say server is live or server is starting. Once done, click the general settings here. Okay, now wait for it to finish shutting down before you do it. Now, what we're going to do is give our server a name. 7 days. There we go. Right, a 7 Days to Die server. Give your server a description. If you have a website for your server, add it there. If you need a password, add it there. Make sure it's something good. Server login configured, like welcome to the server. Right, and then region, make sure you're in the right region. Even though you picked London, it might not connect to that. Or if you're in America, make sure you've clicked Northeast, Northwest, Central, South, and so on and so forth. But for this one there, crossplay will be allowed. Yes, we want crossplay on to play with Xbox and PlayStation. For slots, we've only got 8 slots, but you can reduce the number of slots if you just want you and your friend to play. But 8 slots is what we want. Reserve slots, we'll set up 2 for this one. Okay. This is basically to for Pacific permission levels and whatnot. Then you've got reserved permission slots, 100 admin slots, 1 or 2, for example. Let's do that. And min admin slots will always be 2. So we've always got 2 admins. Okay. Then the server is going to be public. If you don't have a password or have a password, but it's up to you. I would probably say leave it on public, but if you don't want anybody to see it and you just want friends, add it there. Or if you just want to connect via the IP in game port, you would put it to unlisted. For the web IP token name, this is the web IP you want to set. If you have a web API token name, if not, leave it blank. And same for secret and autosave on. And every 60 minutes, the server will save. For the admin panel, you'll want to activate the web panel. You'll want to enable Woodcut map rendering and Telnet services. And then you want to set a password for this. Okay, so I'll leave it as is for now. Once done, you'll have your file and thing location. Just leave it as is. Enable your EAC and hide command execution logs in the server if you're an admin. Save your profiles. If disabled, a player can join without any selected profile. If enabled, they will join with the last profile they joined with. Now, I would say leave on, but you can also turn that off if you don't want profiles enabled. And ignore sanctions, you want to leave off. Okay, so for the game world, you can choose here any type of one you want. Okay, we're just gonna leave it as the an NZ Gen 1. And then for the world gen seed, if RDW is the seed generation of the new world, if a world is resulting in the name exists, it will simply load it. So it's up to you. If you have a gen seed for it, like add it there. World gen size, you can choose the generation size of your world and the game name. Give yourself a game name. So for example, this will be our first world, like so. And game mode will be survival or creative. So for this one, obviously we want survival. Next is we're going to talk about gameplay difficulty. Now, I would say leave it as is. If you are knowing, if it's too hard for you on easy, turn it to easiest. Block damage 100, everything else is fine. Like I always say, personality is key, so, you know, change it as you see fit. Gameplay rules, cheat mode off, day and night length, 60 minutes for the day and night. Daytime is 18, classic penalties are on. So if you don't know what you're messing around with, don't mess with it. But like I say, what? Personality, sort it out, do it yourself. Gameplay performance related, everything seems fine here. There's nothing that we want to mess around with. Gameplay zombie settings, we want to just leave as is. Loot abundance, if you want to give yourself a little bit like loot abundance, you can change that. If you enter the wrong number, don't worry, when you click save, it will tell you it's wrong. You can set the loot respawn days from 7 days, that's 7 in-game days, or you can set it up to 30 in-game days, depending on how hard you want it. How often an airdrop will be, every 72 hours. You can change that to every 24 hours. An airdrop marker will be added to the map. Next is gameplay multiplier. Party shared kill range is 100 now, and PvP no killing. So if you do not want PvP on your server, leave no killing. Killing allies only, killing strangers only, or kill everyone. I'm going to have a PvE server, so it's going to be on no killing. Land claim size. Okay, so for example, the maximum number of land claims per player, I would say to set that to 5 if it's just a small server. If it's a really big server and you have a lot of players, set it to probably 2 or even 1. So we're going to set it to 5 and the size will be 41. The dead zone will be 30. The duration, the health and all that seems fine, but you can also change this as you see fit. Just take a moment to read the text underneath to make sure you know what it says. Now, next you got Twitch integration, allowed or not allowed. If you do have Twitch integration, please note that it could cause server lag for other players on the server. So it's up to you. For the purposes, I'm going to leave it on and I'm just going to hit click save changes. Okay, so once this is done, make sure you click your save changes again. And as you can see, the server is still running for some reason. We'll keep that stopped. Sometimes you can stop a server and it just keeps going and going and going. But don't worry about it, I got you covered. So then just wait for it to stop and again, go through, make sure your settings are all right and just click save. It'll refresh the page. Next thing is your configuration profiles. If you want to do more than one profile. Your config files are basically just general settings. Your tools is your fire browser, which is if you want to upload specific mods or whatnot. Restore backup. Once your server started, it will start make backups here. And if you ever have a problem, you can just back up to that one. Automated tasks will be added here. So if you want, there's already one for you, which is a daily restart. But you can set up your own and then just delete that one and replace it with that. And then you've got your information, event logs, and log files. These here are just what's going on the server. Okay, so now what you want to do is go back to the dashboard and start your server. and you're going to boot up your game. So let's just boot it up and I'll show you how to find your server. Okay, so once the game is loaded up, click the continue button. Make sure that it says version 2.0 at the top right, and then click join a game. You might need to make a character first, but that's easy enough to do. Once done, click connect IP, and here you will see that I've already put the information in. So in order to get that correct, make sure that you copy the IP and then the port into that area, sorry, in game. Okay. So once you've got that in game, just click connect. It will verify everything for you, and then you'll load you into the world with no problems at all. Now, I will state, if you do have infinite loading screens on your server, where it's just constantly server is updating, server is restarting in a loop, and there's no fix for it, the best thing you can do is contact support immediately, and they'll help you with your server. The only other fix that I could think of is reinstalling the server and hoping that that fixes it. Starting and stopping it will not do anything. Okay, so it's a very rare bug, but it does happen. Don't forget to use the link in the description, guys, and thank you very much for watching the video. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit the sub button, because you never know, you might need me again. See you soon.